Hey everyone, welcome to Helium 10 Elite review. In this video, we're going to talk about Helium 10 Elite, which is like the top plan of Helium 10. We're going to explain who is it for, what is it all about, who is it not for, talk about the pricing. We're going to just discuss it, see if it's for you or not. And there with me, Cassandra. She's from Helium 10. She's with the social media of Helium 10 and the influencers. And I'm really happy to have her with us today. She's been doing that for 4 years with Helium 10, and it's pretty amazing. In the description of the video, we're going to have a free Helium 10 account with discounts for those who want to invest in Helium 10. Currently, the Elite program does not have any discounts, but maybe in the future or something. But for now, we're going to have the free trial and discounts for other plans of Helium 10, as well as I have a Helium 10 playlist with over 100 videos with different tutorials of how to use Helium 10, stuff like that. So, Cassandra, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here, talk about all of the membership benefits that Elite can bring all of our scaling sellers and the value that it adds to your scaling business.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for finding the time to do that today. I'm excited. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And so Helium 10 Elite, it's again, we have a free starter plan, Platinum, Diamond. Then comes the Elite. Some people have asked questions. Maybe I'll find a link specifically to the Elite and I'll be able to share it. It's just like landing page for people to see. But what is that? Is like, what is this? A mastermind? Is it a coaching program? What is that? Can you tell us, please?
So definitely Helium 10 Elite was originally a mastermind. When I had started with Helium 10 back in 2019, our founders, Manny Coates and Guy, were two components who really curated this full mastermind. That took place in about 2017, 2018. Bradley Sutton was a part of it. Kevin King was a part of it. So we had a lot of those top level experts that were curating this content for expert level mindsets, if you will, for those willing to scale it, who want to scale their businesses. As the company started to grow and evolve, as did our mastermind, and it evolved into Elite. So that became our top tier membership for Helium 10. As you mentioned, we have, our starter plan, we have Platinum, Diamond, and Elite is our top tier. So it went from a mastermind to more of a premium plan that scaling sellers can leverage. And as you mentioned, we talked a little bit before this interview as well. It's not just for all of the sellers that are already successful with their Amazon businesses or expanding onto different marketplaces like Walmart, Shopify, etc. It's also for new beginners who just want to start out the gate at the top level. We have a few new sellers within Elite as well who learn right away from all of these top sellers, top experts. They want access to all of the intricate details, the top level content, those hacks, anything they can generate to generate their business to the next level. So it's mainly for scaling sellers and people who are crushing it at their businesses currently, but it is not exclusive to that.
Yeah, interesting. And does it happen like every week or every 2 weeks, or is there a group that comes with that? Can people ask questions, or how does it work?
Oh my gosh, there are so many facets to Helium 10 Elite. So you get a lot of additional benefits. I think Helium 10 already has a huge wheelhouse and suite of not only tools and trainings and access to our customer service and brand evangelists like Carrie Miller, Shivali Patel, and of course, Bradley Sutton. But you also now have another layer of access to top tier people, including Kevin King. So Kevin King does monthly roundtables in which he talks with all of
Mhm.
our elite sellers. He answers their questions. It's basically like a great opportunity to have one-on-one connection with one of the most successful people in Amazon, if you will. He also does elite trainings in which he has 2 to 3 guests that come on board. They do these live trainings. They get insights. It's usually a topic around consulting or brand marketing or PPC, etc. And again, another opportunity, not only hearing from Kevin King himself, but you're also hearing from his trusted experts and panelists from within the e-commerce industry. So those things occur every month. You can find those on your calendar. We also have opportunities for you to connect with our brand evangelists, get some one-on-one trainings. You can book time with them, whether you're talking to Carrie about Walmart, Shivali about KDP, or again, Bradley, who is the knower of all things when it comes to the Helium 10 suite of tools and Amazon. Furthermore, if you're looking for something more of an in-person as opposed to an online experience, every quarter we have Helium 10 Elite workshops. So these are actually what I personally love the most. Again, we were talking about connecting with people, and as a social media influencer relations director, this is one of the biggest components. I think we did have to take a little layover, if you will, and pause during the pandemic. So those did shift to virtual over like 2020, 2021. but we came out of it at the end of 2021. And now in 2022, 2023, we are able to be in person, have those elite workshops, and where those are hosted are at our Helium 10 HQ live and in person. It is for first come, first serve. Obviously we have X amount of elite memberships and not everyone can fit or everyone can attend based on their region. As they get there, they're allowed to have not only personal trainings with the experts panelists that are selected for that quarter, Bradley as well, our brand evangelists are there, but you also get to meet our CEOs. You get to meet our top leadership executives. You get to meet our vice presidents, our team members, people who are working on our products day to day at Helium 10. So, and you get to network with your peers. You get to learn from other experts in your field. So that is one of my favorite aspects of Helium 10 Elite.
Nice. And also, I believe people get more access to different Helium 10 tools, like specifically tools of the software itself. So I know there is like, let's say, more usage of different tools. Let's say, I believe with, what do we have with the keyword tracker? With almost all of the tools, you get more usage. Like if you have, let's say, 500 users with X plan, with Elite, you'll have 10X of that number.
Exactly.
Can you tell us about this like a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. So originally, when we are introducing new tools, first and foremost, you get to be the beta testers. So again, you are a scaling seller, you have a up and running and successful Amazon business, you're expanding onto different marketplaces. And as we roll out new tools, you are the first ones to try them and give us your feedback. So really, we are developing the Helium 10 suite based off of your feedback and your insights. You are a trusted source and you're helping curate the product overall. When we are upgrading or leveling up new features within existing products, as you mentioned, keyword tracker, Cerebro, X-ray, etc. Again, you are the first people to be introduced to these new tools and all of their features. And as you mentioned, in certain plans, you are limited, but you definitely have grander access to them via Elite. So, and because you are a top tier, there's always negotiations. You can always talk with us if you need something more, especially if you're beta testing. There's a lot of opportunities that we're able to give our elite members that just any other tier doesn't get, just based especially on the level of expertise and insight that a scaling seller can provide to us. Another thing that I think is just really cool is that you get that early access. You have that white glove service to talk with customer support. So if something is broken, if something isn't working or functioning the way you want it, you have a direct line to our customer service representatives, our direct line to Bradley Sutton, Carrie Miller, Shivali Patel, our brand evangelists who know and are in the weeds of Amazon and what needs to be done to rectify and get that solved for your scaling business so that you can be successful. So there's just a lot of expanded usage. Also, you get, exclusive invites. You have the exclusive tools, premium offers that you just can't get with any of our other membership tiers or any other competitors out there on the marketplace.
So yeah, it's like a faster way to get faster results on Amazon if you're a new seller or if you are an advanced seller. Yeah, because you get access to people, you get to network with people. Also, you get access. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I was going to say, when you do get access to the tools and things like that, because you're helping curate it, it's kind of like you're building the tool for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you are using our new PPC tools, like we had Atomic was a beta tester for a while, you get to actually curate that. So as you're saying it, like it expedites your Amazon business and can help you succeed faster. It's much easier when the functionality and the user interface is based off of your personal preferences. Now, will that always make it into the final form and the final tool? Possibly not. However, because you are our most trustworthy source, being a top tier seller, there's a good chance that your recommendations will make it to the final form of what we produce and give to the public.
Nice. And also, as with the other paid plans of Helium 10, the Freedom Ticket, which is a course by Kevin Koenig, also is part of the Elite. And of course, you get access to talk to Kevin and his people like on a monthly basis you've mentioned. So it's pretty interesting. So that leads me to the next question. Like, so we mentioned who that is for. Who is it not for? Like, who's it not for? Maybe people are listening and they're like, I'm curious to, maybe I want to join. Who should not join? Because it's not for everyone, maybe. So maybe who shouldn't join? What do you think?
Well, definitely, I think you have to look at what your budget is and what your game plan is from a quarterly standpoint and annual standpoint. If you are starting your business, if you're a new seller and you haven't reached your goals yet or your threshold of what you want to make on profits or overall revenue, if you're just not there yet, I do not recommend Elite for you. It is our highest paid pricing tier. Again, that's why it's aimed towards scaling sellers, people who have had longevity in the industry. They are successful. They're at more of an expert level selling tier, if you will. And so if your business is just not positioned for that type of pricing plan, or if you're also not ready to commit. I think that there's a
There
huge
you go.
commitment involved with Amazon in general. And if you notice yourself or your team, or even if your business partner, maybe it's a team of 2 or 3, if your team or yourself is fully dedicated right now to just getting your business up and running or sustaining your success, then you do not have the time for elite. Of course, I never want to discourage anyone. If you feel that you
Yeah.
want to give it, a try, we always welcome all elite memberships, of course. However, from a standpoint of giving you the best advice and the best knowledge possible, if you don't have time to dedicate to actually taking advantage of all these resources, then you're not going to get the best advantage out of Helium 10 Elite, because there are so many great nuggets of knowledge. You are getting this one-on-one access. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of features and webinars and one-on-ones, roundtables, etc. that if you don't have that time to actually take, for that, you're not going to get the benefits that are included with Helium 10 Elite.
Yeah, I understand you. You're saying people who are committed, people who maybe have already a developed business, but I believe even if it's like a starter who is committed and doesn't have a developed business or something and can afford it, yeah, maybe it can work too. Why not? You get again access to high caliber people in the industry, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely. I mean, it's always a great opportunity, and I think you're going to get more access to these people in a more intimate setting than if you do go to, we have Prosper coming up, if you're at a different trade show or whatever it may be, there's always that opportunity. Yes, you can, you can talk to Kevin King, you can run into these expert sellers, but Vova, I'm sure you're talking to someone and then someone else walks up and you get cut off and you're like, I didn't even get my question answered, or you're at a Q&A. And you can only go so deep into your Q&A and questions and what you actually want to accomplish and learn from these experts. So this really gives you more of a one-on-one intimate level. We also have, as I mentioned, one of our quarterly workshops is taking place ahead of Prosper Show. So it's in Las Vegas. We're going to have Forestkit will be there, AMZ One Step, Dr. Travis Ziegler will be there for PPC, as well as all of our team. And while, again, many of these people are participating in the Prosper Show, which is a wonderful trade show for the industry, there's not a guarantee that you're going to get that one-on-one time or that expert level knowledge to really build your business or scale it. But if you're with our elite tier, if you're not in elite, you can also pay a different price to attend, because maybe, again, like you said, maybe you're not fully committed for the year or fully committed for the quarter, etc., but you have time and you want to check this out during Prosper Show. There's a great opportunity there for that intimate, more caliber, as you mentioned, of seller.
Are the sessions that previously happened, are there recordings for previous sessions? Let's say maybe there was a cool session that people really enjoyed with Kevin about, I don't know, product inserts, right? For example, are there recordings for previous sessions that people get?
Yes. So we actually have recordings dating back. I was actually there for the first Elite workshop. I've gotten the chance to speak at Elite. So dating back to 2019, we have all the recordings available. Some, obviously now some, information may be out of date or has shifted just based on the changing and evolving landscape that is Amazon and e-commerce. But one of our requirements, so even if you, as we mentioned, if you can attend, we have our Elite workshops. Usually they're based in Irvine, California, which is where our HQ is, or usually ahead of another trade show like in Las Vegas, like Prosper Show. But if you're international, we know that there's some regulations, things you can't make it. But every seller, every person in our elite membership tier is guaranteed a exclusive access to our recordings of all the workshops, as well as any of the roundtables or elite trainings with Kevin King. So you always have the replays available to go back, reference them to help scale your business.
Cool. And can we talk about the pricing? I mean, it might change in the future, and of course, in the description, we're going to have a link again to check out the current, I'll keep it updated, the current of Helium 10 Elite version, what's going on. But I know it's monthly, right? You cannot pay yearly for that, I believe, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's monthly payment. I mean, what's going on with it? How does it work?
So previously we used to have open access to Elite. You could join at any time, any day of the year. It was open access to register and become an elite tier member. With that, as we started scaling our business as well at Helium 10, we started to really look at the landscape and what made sense for us. And we would notice that there was just this influx or downtime depending on what the time of year was, what people's objectives are. If we attended a trade show, our sales team, our affiliate team as well. So it just really depended on the selling market and what people were primed to and be more adaptive to. So we actually started releasing our elite wait list. So every quarter, elite opens up. You can always join the wait list at any time throughout the year, but you can actually only become an elite member quarterly. So there's a time frame. We let you know If you're on the wait list, you have access to these dates, you know when you can register, you know when you can have your first payment. And you're right, it is monthly. It is $3.99 per month. And again, if you are invested in your Amazon business or looking to just expedite it and learn from high caliber sellers, this is the membership tier for you. Definitely you want to get on the wait list. You want to make sure you're exploring those benefits, even if you're kind of on the fence about it, to make sure that you have that access to actually register for it. You want to get on the wait list regardless.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a link to Helium 10 Elite in the description because the videos live long time on the platform usually. So maybe people are watching, I don't know when. So check out the link. Maybe it's open now. Maybe it's gonna be a wait list. So we're gonna keep that updated. So yeah, I think it's a fair price for because you get the software, right? I guess we did mention that you also get access to Helium 10's highest plan plus extra data and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, you essentially have full access to everything and anything that Helium 10 offers. So you have the highest caliber tier, anything within our tool suite. As you mentioned, you have the highest amount of usage for any of our tools, any of our features, anything you need, as well as expanded usage for all of our beta testing, exclusive access, priority access. We do host a lot of events throughout the year, and you are the first one to know about it as an elite member. Awesome. There's also VIP access. So, you know, those long lines in Las Vegas, no one wants to wait in line. So definitely if you're an elite member, you kind of get to cut right through to the VIP section and get first access to that, which just offers more time for you to network and mingle with other people. On top of it, and one thing we didn't mention, but that's definitely more close to my realm within Helium 10 is the exclusive access to the Facebook group. So within that Facebook group, not only do you have access to all of our brand evangelists, you often have first you have access to all of your peers within the Helium 10 membership as well. And then we have our product managers in there. We have our leadership in there. We also have all of the experts from the roundtables, Kevin King. So they're always at your fingertips, if you will. If you're on an elite roundtable, workshop, webinar, whatever it may be, oh, you forgot to ask a question, you want to know, you want to follow up on something, maybe there's a resource that you didn't, you lost the link to, etc. The Facebook group is a great resource for you to be able to ask your questions, engage, talk it through. And it's, especially depending on wherever you are, whether you're international, whether you're domestic, where you're in the States, you have access to your peers and brand evangelists and other experts in the e-commerce landscape at all hours of the day, courtesy of our exclusive Facebook group.
Nice. And can people cancel if they, let's say somebody invested and then for some reason, life things, they're like, I want to stop for a while. Can they cancel? Is it like, or is there any obligations or how does it work?
So you definitely want to make sure you're reading the fine print as always.
Yeah.
Definitely very important. However, we do understand that there is, things happen, especially we're in a very unpredictable time in the world right now and with the economy, we're coming out of COVID, etc. So what you really want to do is just work with our customer service and talk with them about what you're getting into ahead of actually getting your membership tier. If you do even have an inkling about some of those possibilities or what might be coming up, that's definitely something you should talk through with your brand representative. Again, it is a higher caliber tier and we understand things happen. I would say mostly because of that tier. As we mentioned, there's other people who are starting out their businesses. They want to accelerate it. But as you are at a certain tier, there is a lot more predictability. So that probably won't happen, but you definitely want to talk with our customer service team and they'll work with you on what is needed and what you can do to either pause your account or pick it up or cancel it altogether.
Yeah, so it's possible if people need it. Of course, as we mentioned, if you come with a mindset that you're here to invest in your business and to scale it, hopefully, and you have the resources and so then probably it won't even happen. But if it does, exactly. People can, and it's up to them.
Yes. You can definitely work with us, definitely reach out to our customer service. And as we mentioned, you are a valued member, you're a valued tier, you're also part of a pillar of the community of what keeps this business running. So we definitely want to work with not only all of our sellers, but especially our elite members. We understand that things happen and happy to work with you.
Okay, so again, in the description, we're going to have the link to check out Helium 10 Elite, what's going on there. If the waitlist is only open now, so join the waitlist if you want. If the registration is open, then read the landing page, see if it's for you or not. And Cassandra, maybe something I should have asked you and I haven't asked, maybe something that we've missed. we've covered things. Is there money back guarantee? Okay, so somebody joins, he's like, yeah, let's go Helium 10 Elite, and there's Kevin King and the guys, Kerry Shivali, right, and everyone, and then there's Barry Sutton suddenly comes in, and people are like, yeah, these are awesome people, but for some reason, again, or maybe something happened, something in the life, so they maybe, do you know if there is any kind of, because I know with the regular Helium 10 plans might change with time again, but I think it's 7 days money back guarantee these days. So you join,
Correct.
and for some reason something doesn't work out, you can message the support team and they help you. But with the elite,
Yes.
is there something like that?
So as right now, the same standing is for our elite members as well, which that doesn't really give you as much time, especially with all the value that there
Yeah.
is with Helium 10 Elite. But as mentioned, there is a higher tier of customer support and service. So definitely there is a certain window in which you can either be refunded or just pause your membership, depending on, which is pretty standard practice. Like even if you cancel your Prime membership on Amazon, depending on X amount of days that you've used it, et cetera, you get your money back guaranteed there from that window of time. So once again, you just want to talk to your customer service rep, depending on what the, accountability is of when you opened your account, how long you've been a member, what it's predicted for the future. So talk with your customer service rep at Helium 10, and we're definitely here to work with you.
Oh, cool. So that covers that. And again, maybe something we didn't cover that we should cover about Elite while we're here. What do you think? Or have we something we haven't talked about? What do you think?
I mean, I would just say
Yeah.
that again, as we mentioned, like the in-person workshops, I think are just invaluable. And I think there's also a point in time when you not only is it, not only you're just presenting, yes, there's going to be informal moments, but it's also a lot of camaraderie and fun. So more times than not, people will take, there's kind of like an after party or a meetup at a local bar or restaurant, etc. And I think you're kind of every time that camaraderie and that network is going one step further. You're learning those golden nuggets of knowledge that you may not even get in that setting of 50 people. Now you're in a setting of 10 people and then winnow down to 5. And you're learning these little nuggets, whether it's a hack or something that you can use to scale your business. One time I had gone to one of the dinners after one of our elite workshops. I was talking to a content creator and they had just blown up on TikTok and how they scale their business using TikTok essentially. And the way they did it was they created the same video and cut it down by 1 second every time. Cut it down, cut it down, cut it down until it went viral. And then their product went viral. And so I feel like that's something that, first of all, I didn't know. I've worked in social media for 12 years, worked at Helium 10 for 4 years, and that was a nugget of knowledge that I learned. So imagine all the valuable insights you can get. And it was something that didn't, it didn't happen at the workshop. It didn't even happen at the larger meetup afterwards. It happened at a dinner, a smaller dinner of 5-10 people. And so there's really just those opportunities. And I'm speaking of that from my standpoint, because that interests me. So I can only imagine what PPC knowledge, you're getting your product research knowledge, keyword research, et cetera, how to, product sourcing, whatever you're looking for, branding, marketing, whatever. Definitely those opportunities are there for you to learn from other people and their experiences. You never know what you might learn that could take your business from, where it's at and sustaining to billionaire businesses for sure.
Cool. So yeah, in the description again, we're gonna have the link to check out Helium 10 Elite landing page, and it's gonna be an affiliate link. Means that if you ever do business with Helium 10, I'm gonna get a little commission from that. No extra cost to you, but in this way, it's possible to support the free content that I've been creating here. We have no paid products here, all is free, and yeah, just sharing my journey, my travel in the e-commerce world. I've been doing that since 2016. You started social media stuff before, way before, but somewhere there I jumped into the e-commerce. But yeah, and I've been using Helium 10 since 17, so it's been a while. It's been a while, and yeah, for those who are watching, check out the Helium 10 Elite landing page. If you have any more questions, ask them in the comments. If you have any more questions about the Elite or general about Helium 10 or anything, would be happy to help you out. Of course, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't. Tell us why you didn't enjoy. We'll do better next time. And I hope people are gonna smash the like button, of course. And yeah, Cassandra, thank you for sharing your time and explaining Elite to us. It's been a question that's been popping up here and there. Elite, what is it all about? Who's it for? So yeah, hopefully we did cover everything. Yeah, thank you a lot. Thank you for that, really. It's cool.
Thank you so much for having me. And please, if you're ever in Las Vegas or near Orange County, California, if you come to Los Angeles, we're about an hour away. Please visit us and come to one of our workshops. If you're ever in the area, I hope to meet you in person one day. You have been a wonderful advocate, influencer, and affiliate of Helium 10, and it's really great to have had this one-on-one time with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.